Afternoon. Just a reminder, make sure you have your pencil out, piece of paper out, your notes out, and your packet of information out. First thing you're going to do is take some notes. So just a reminder, slope-intercept form. What is slope? You might want to write that slope is m. That's the variable we call it. We say it is rise over run, and we say it is also the formula y sub 2 minus y sub 1 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1. Okay, those are all the things that slope is. If you want to pause the video and write them down, go for it. The y-intercept is the variable b, and it's an ordered pair where 0 is the x and there's a number in for the y. Okay, so but what is it? It's where a line crosses the y-axis. So again, you can pause it and write this down. So those are all the things that the y-intercept is and all the things that kind of represent slope. Okay? Next. Okay, so write the equation slope-intercept form. That is y equals mx plus b. And again, m is slope. It's the number in front of the x. X is not part of the slope. It's just the number in front. B is the y-intercept. Okay? And for today, you might want to take out Mr. Slope Guy's picture as well. If you forgot, this is what Mr. Slope Guy looks like. He has one eye like that, and that represents what a positive slope looks like. Another one that looks like this. His nose is an undefined slope, and his mouth was the zero slope. So again, today especially, what's a positive and what's a negative slope. So if we look at the problem to the left, I can see that's a negative slope because it looks like Mr. Slope Guy's right eye. Okay, so first thing you're going to do is you're going to find the slope. So you're going to find 2 points where it crosses the grid at nice spots. So if I look there, and here's a nice spot, meaning where the lines of the grid are. I don't want my line to hit part way through the grid. And then I'm just going to count. Down is negative, up is positive, left is negative, right is positive. So that went down 2 and right 3, which means it's a positive 3. And where does the line cross the y-axis? Well, this is the y-axis at this point, and that's 3, or the ordered pair 0, 3. But that's where y is 3. So when I put it all together, it's y equals, my slope is negative 2 over 3, then the letter x, and then plus 3. Okay? Same thing here. Well, it's crossing nicely here. And then I keep going. The next spot I see is here. So it's going up 2, so a positive 2, and over 1, so a positive 1. Now, if you look, it does look like Mr. Slope Guy's left eye. That's a positive slope. And where is it crossing the y-axis? Right here at negative 2, or the ordered pair 0, negative 2. So when I put it together, my slope-intercept form is y equals rise over run times x plus b. I could also just say y equals 2x. Oops, there. And then instead of plus a negative, I could also just write minus if I wanted to. Okay? Same thing, we're going to keep going now. It's a downhill negative slope. I know it crosses here, and the other place it crosses is here. So it's down 1 to the right 1. And right here at 1, or the ordered pair 0, 1, is where it crosses the y-axis. So my slope-intercept form is -1 over 1 times x plus 1. Now, -1 over 1 is the same thing as just -1x. I could also say -x plus 1. These are all the same equation. Okay. Again, where does it cross on the y-axis? And where's another nice spot? Well, if I follow it up left to right, here's another one. So it's up 1 to the right 1. And again, it's crossing right here. That is -4, or it's the ordered pair 0, -4. So my slope-intercept form is y equals rise over run times x plus a -4. I could say that's just 1x plus a -4. That 1 is also being implied, so I could just say x minus 4, because that 1 is implied there. Okay, now what if I want to graph? Here we go. I'm going to just move these out of the way a bit so I can get a little closer. Sounds good. Okay, so we're going to start at our y-intercept, which is 1. So I'm going to start at 1, and then from there, I'm going to take my red pen and go rise 1, run 2. After that, that is my next stop. You go from point to point. Then again, rise 1, run 2, and this is my next spot. So when I draw the line, it's through those green ones. The other ones were just my counting. Okay, I like to see at least 3 points if possible on any grid. Okay, next one, we start at up 4 and make a dot. Now, if you notice, it's a -2 is my slope. I can make it -2 over 1. So that means I go down to +1 and make a dot. Okay, down 2 over 1, and that's my dot. Those are my dots, remember? And I have at least 3 lines to extend. Okay, couple more. So again, now be careful. Do the keep, change, because that's really a -3. And now that 5 can go to the negative in front of the 5 halves, can go to the top or the bottom. So let's start it going down 3. Now I need it to be either a -5 over +2 or a +5 over a -2, one or the other, just not both. Well, can I go down 5 from my green dot? No, I can't. So instead, I'm going to get rid of this in front and assign it to the bottom. Usually I'd assign it to the top, but I can't rise -5. Okay, but if I rise +5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, now I go back to and make a dot. That now I'm just double checking if I connect those 2 dots, am I making a negative slope line? Reference Mr. Slope Guy. Yes, I am. And I can't do another point. Ooh, you would have a better line than that. But because I'm not putting a third point because there's not enough space. Okay, the last one is a little tricky. You might go, well, there is no y-intercept. Well, if there's no y-intercept, that's really the number 0. So I would start at 0 here. And my slope is just a -1, but that needs to be a fraction, -1 over 1. So that means down 1, right 1, and make a dot. Down 1, right 1, and make a dot. Now double check, is this making a negative slope? Yes, it is. Okay, so that's slope-intercept form for today. So you should have your packets out. There's a worksheet that talks about borrowing money. It's a joke worksheet. Finish that, check your answers, and then do your daily formative. Okay? Have a great day, all.